Welcome back to the studio. Today I'm going to revisit the subject of adding your artist signature onto your photography. So this one I believe is ready. So I want to add my signature onto the file itself. So whether it's a small JPEG, a print file, it'll be there. And I do this with all of my work. So I'm pretty used to the process. I had a video on this before, but it was, I think, several months ago at this point. So I just want to do something that's more concise. So I'm in Adobe Bridge right now, and you can open this up in Photoshop or open your file in Photoshop. And here it is. Now, once you do that, let me go back and show you guys. I like to open it up as a smart object, which I've talked about before. But see that in the bottom right hand corner, open object. That's how I open it up, as a smart object. So when you get into Photoshop, you're going to have that little icon there at the edge of the thumbnail to let you know it's opened up as a smart object thumbnail. All right, so for me, I use my iPad to sign my work. I don't have a Wacom tablet that I would be able to write directly on my Mac Mini onto it. So I have to transfer or move Photoshop onto my iPad, sign it with the Apple Pencil, and then I move it back to the larger screen. So let me make sure I have this connected like I'm supposed to. All right, so there's the iPad. I gotta drag Photoshop on over. There we go. Let me grab my iPad. And I've had this for a while. So I'm really using my iPad as a third monitor. Let me see if I can bring this back over. Yeah. So my Apple Pencil, using this as my third monitor, and that's how I basically sign it directly with my pencil. Go back to the Pro. Let me go ahead and kind of fix this. Okay. I want to get in the right hand corner here. That looks about right. Okay, so from the move tool, I'll press the letter B, or you can just go over to your panel over here and press the brush tool. But I just pressed the letter B, that's a shortcut. And up here at the top, towards the navigation bar, you'll see your drop down for this. There's all the brushes. So I just select like a soft round brush, and the brush size is 7. And the hardness I have at 0%. So that's basically what I use. And then the other thing is, down here on the bottom of this side panel, you have the white and the black square. You can press the letter X to kind of go back and forth between those. So do you want to write in white or do you want to write in black? Obviously, it just depends on the colors that you're writing on top of. I think I'm going to go white with this. And like I said, pencil, I'm using my iPad. You might be using a Wacom tablet, but I'm just going to write my signature on here. And I should get a layer an independent layer for the signature when I start writing on here. That's a little bit off. Hold on. There we go. All right, so that's basically what I do. And now, put my iPad back. I'm going to move Photoshop back to my main monitor. Hold on. Yeah, I've made this more complicated than it needs to be. I'm going to press the letter V to go back to my move tool. There we go. But yeah, so Command 0, the number 0, Command 0, Command minus. My signature is a little big, and I think I want to make it thinner. So let's see. Well, first I'm gonna take the layer on this layer here, and I'm gonna rename it signature. Okay, and then I'm gonna thin the line, the actual stroke of my signature to make it thinner. So on that little transparent box there, just right click and hit select layers, or select pixels, I mean. So that should select your pixels of the signature. You come up here to the navigation bar all the way at the top and hit select. And in the drop down, you're going to go to modify. And then there's a pop out box. You'll go to contract. And there you go. Now with this, I usually contract it by 1 pixel. If my signature is really thick, I'll go 2 pixels, but usually 1 pixel will do it. So you put the number 1 there, you click OK. And there's a little warning box, okay. And then you come back to, and the whole time you have to make sure your signature layer is selected. You come down here and you hit the layer mask button, and there you go. So this is before, this is after. So yeah, my signature is pretty thin. So you can see it, but not really. I don't want it to draw too much attention, but I want it to be there. And then in terms of the size, I'll go Command T. Now, if you're on a PC, you're going to have to go Control T. Let me make this a little smaller. Right about, I think there. Enter. And I still have my move tool, just move it a little bit. Okay, and it's a little lopsided to me, so Command or Control T, and I'm gonna rotate it slightly about there. I'm trying to go, there we go, 2.5. All right, that's better. It's a little bit off to the left too much to me. There we go. All right, and that's basically it. That's what I do. Now, you can, what's the combination? It's Command Control Shift S, the letter S, and that's going to bring up your save as dialog box. So Command Control Shift and the letter S. Make sure the name is good. It's going into the right folder. And I like to label my Photoshop files purple, so I got the purple tag up here. And save. Yes. Yeah, because I made a Photoshop file earlier, so I had to replace the old one. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, if you want to keep the signature without making it thin, contracting it, you can leave it as is, because 7 pixels is good enough. It's a pretty good width. But for me, it's just like I don't want to draw too much attention to my signature but still see it there. So I made the stroke of the signature thinner. But if you guys have any questions about the entire process, just leave them in the comments below. And yeah, and I'll try to answer it the best I can. All right, take care. See you on the next one. God bless.